Well, happy Wednesday to you. Good morning. Glad you're here on the Jim of All Trades channel. This is Jim. We're looking at Litecoin right now and Bitcoin as well. We'll be taking a peek at this and see where the count is. We want to look at some alternate counts as well, and just always keep our mind ready for what's going on. Well, I've drawn these trend lines. This isn't really a triangle, and so I don't want you to be confused by that. I just drew these trend. I just draw trend lines as prices being made and got them on the chart here. But I want you to know, price has kind of broken that through that trend line and is now retesting it. That's often it's often the primary way that I play what we call breakouts of these things. Basically, when it breaks out and then it tests. Of course, if you entered into this trade as we called it the other day down here, that's a great place to enter. Looks like we're heading to the upside, but we want to be careful here that we don't have market maker shenanigans. There seems to be a lot of it going on. Especially the way this was formed on the lower time frame. Okay, well, let's look and see what we have going on here. My count right now, I mean, this is really kind of a difficult wave to count, guys. It really is. We've got a couple of things that could be happening. This is a possibility that this is a completed wave, and I want you to understand that. This actually could be on the possible side, the top of three. I've got the top of three up here because I'm really kind of expecting this to be one, two, three, four, and then we're going up to make the fifth wave. I still believe that. That could be. Here come the odds. I'm very sorry. That could be the count for sure. But want to talk about some and if this is finished, we need to come down here, closer to the 121 range, right down here where these structure lines are. We want to come down here and finish this correction out. This is it's not broken this high yet, and so until it breaks this high, you know, we'll see. I mean, it still has the potential, even if it breaks the high, as long as it doesn't break this high, it could still come down here as a large ABC. If that were the case, if price doesn't break this high right here and comes down, so here's basically this is the high we can't break right there for this to be a proper correction in general. I mean, there are some Elliott wave counts that will allow that high to be broken, but they're rarer. But in general, this would be an A. If we come up here for B, and then we come down here for C, that would be kind of a flat correction to some degree. That would be fairly flat ABC. So that's a potential of what is being formed right now. I'm leaning into that as a strong potential because of the way the price action looks. So so yesterday, right here on the 15-minute chart, um, you know, we had this. We came down to my target. We had our entry point, and we had an immediate reaction. We had a retest of it, and then boom, we skyrocketed, and it was just a straight up deal. And then look at this; it was just a straight down deal. That's just an odd shape to me. This wave broke this level. This looks three wave-ish. So this makes me think that's an A and a B, and now we're forming a C to the upside, which means this would be an A, a B, a big A, B, and C as a potential. This looks very corrective. It doesn't look motive. I'm gonna yawn. I can't help it, guys. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. We'll just keep going. Um, I'll try. I don't know how to get rid of those guys. If you know how to get rid of them besides sleep, let me know. All right. So yeah, we're looking at a possibility of just a large ABC right there. And what would the fibs look like on that guy? We've got one or AB right there. Yeah, it would have to. Huh. Yeah, it'd be a long shot to be honest with you, but it's possible for it to come up here to the 143.50 mark if that's an ABC. Again, that's a long shot. I'm just talking about other possibilities. But I'll tell you, yesterday's move has me really weirded out. I don't know how to count that unless this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just can't see the fifth wave, except on in the 30-second chart, if you had such a thing. So this might be a 1, 2, and then we're forming the three wave, and that's another possibility. And that would just keep my count, the same as the same as what it has been up to this point. So this would be a big one. That's a 2, and now this would be a kind of a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 of the third wave. So we're in the third wave of the third wave right now. This price action is really choppy and tough to understand as well. Really, a lot of market maker shenanigans, but at the end of the day, we are looking good for our trade up to this point. So our entry was down here. We nailed that entry. Excuse me, not down here. Down here, we nailed that entry. Everything's moving to the upside. We're doing good. Just want to be mindful of other possible targets or other possible scenarios just in case. So remember, at this point, set your stops to break even. You might even set it in a little bit of profit, but I don't know. That's a little bit more dangerous. So set your stop at break even if you got in this range down here, and if price comes down and breaks that, you'll be okay. It's a free trade at this point, but set your stops at break even if you want to be smart about it, and then let it ride and see it. Let's see how high this thing can go. Where our targets right now are looking at for the third wave. If this is the third wave. This would be a 1 right there, followed by the 2. So our targets for the third wave are anywhere from 152.84 up here to the 167 range. I do not think it's going to hit 167. I do not think this will be extended the way this is looking, but we'll have to wait and see. So our target for the third wave is 152.84, 153. I'm not telling you to take profit there. I'm just telling you that that's going to be a pivot point. There's going to be a correction somewhere in that vicinity before we go up for the fifth wave. And so our wave structure is going to look something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Let me just throw the wave shape on it for you so you can see that. This is what I'm looking for in the trade. And so, yeah, so be mindful of that potential. If we don't break this high right here and we bounced it to the downside, we've got more downside to go, and our target down here is going to be 122. Excuse me, 122 to 125 in that ballpark. Okay, so let's see. Let's do a little bit more specific fib check on that. That would be there. I don't know where this would come up to here. Yeah, 126 to 121. That's not any better, is it? So yeah, we'll just have to see if there's a pivot. So if there's a pivot up here, we'll throw our fibs on it and we'll see what we get. So for now, this is what we're looking at. So be careful. Also, we do have a trend line here, so be mindful though that this could just move right here, and this could come on down and finish out a triangular correction as well. So be aware of that potential. That's another thing that I'm thinking about as well as a potential scenario. And that would also accommodate this weird wave structure that I was talking about. So that would be a nice ABC. And so we should look for a push up to here. So yeah, this is what we're looking at. In fact, let me entertain that just for a second here. So the fibs on that guy. Yeah, that puts us at the 1-to-1 extension right there. We've already covered it. We might go up and hit the 1276 for an A, B, and a C wave. So yeah, that's a real potential, guys. So be aware of that possibility as well, that we might go up here and then come back down to this trend line before we go up. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. So this is the market structure for today. I want you to be aware of these things. But so far so good. Let's see what the market gives us. Okay. All right. Let's check in with BTC. I was saying yesterday how we had more downside, and we did get that more downside down to here. That's what caused the push that we had down as well. And so yeah, it looks like we've got some upside to go at this point. It's looking pretty good. We might come down to this trend line again and then go up, but it's looking pretty good to potentially go up from here. Just looking at it. So yeah, let's see what BTC does. Still have a target of about $9,500. So anyway, all right, you guys have a fantastic Wednesday. That's kind of your daily wave roadmap there to see, and that's the update on our trade. I hope that helps you. Hey, stay strong. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.